I came home from a work trip to find my wife changed the locks. She texted, "I found someone better," from my own couch. I smiled and replied, "Are you sure about that?" 4 days later, she was screaming. I landed at the airport on a Thursday night after a 5-day work trip. I was tired. I missed my bed. I missed my wife Dana. We had been married for 6 years. I thought we were happy. I thought wrong. I pulled into the driveway and noticed a car I didn't recognize. A white truck parked in my spot. I walked to the front door and put my key in the lock. It didn't work. I tried again. Nothing. I checked my phone. One text from Dana sent 2 hours ago. "I found someone better. Don't bother coming home." I changed the locks. I read it 3 times. Then I looked through the front window. Dana was sitting on my couch with a man I'd never seen before. They were drinking wine from glasses I bought, watching my TV in my living room, in the house I paid for entirely. My phone buzzed again. "You can pick up your stuff next week. I'll leave it on the porch." I stood there in the dark, looking at this woman I had given everything to. 6 years of working overtime to pay the mortgage while she worked part-time at a yoga studio. 6 years of planning a future she apparently didn't want anymore. Something calm came over me, not anger, something colder. I typed back one message. "Are you sure about that?" Then I got in my car and drove to a hotel. I didn't bang on the door, didn't cause a scene. I just left. That night I made some phone calls. First to my lawyer, then to a few other people who needed to know what was happening. Dana made a mistake, a big one. She thought the house was ours. It wasn't. It was mine. Only mine. I bought it 3 years before we met, paid it off 2 years into our marriage. Her name was never on the deed. She never asked, and I never offered. When we got married, I kept my finances mostly separate. She didn't care because I paid for everything anyway. She had access to a joint account I put money into for groceries and bills. But my real accounts, my investments, my property, all of that was in my name alone. My lawyer said changing the locks on a house she didn't own was illegal. She had no right to exclude me from my own property. I could call the police and have her removed immediately. I said not yet. I wanted to wait. The next morning, I canceled the credit card she used for everything. I stopped the automatic transfer to our joint account. I called the utility companies and switched everything to paperless billing at a new email address. Then I waited 4 days. On Monday morning, I drove back to my house with my lawyer and a locksmith. The white truck was still there. I knocked on the front door. The boyfriend answered. Tall, messy hair, looked like he hadn't slept. "Who are you?" "I'm the guy who owns this house." He laughed. Dana said her husband was some loser who wouldn't fight back. I handed him the property deed. "Does this look like I'm not fighting back?" His face changed. Dana appeared behind him wearing my robe. Her confident smile disappeared when she saw the locksmith already working on the door. "What are you doing?" "Getting my locks back." "You can't do that." "Actually, I can. This is my house. Your name isn't on it." "It never was." She started sputtering. "We're married. What's yours is mine." My lawyer stepped forward. "That's not how property law works. This house was purchased before the marriage and maintained solely by him. She has no legal claim." Dana's face went red. "You're kicking me out?" "I'm reclaiming my property. You kicked yourself out when you changed the locks and moved in your boyfriend." The locksmith finished, handed me new keys. I walked inside. The place was a mess. Empty bottles everywhere. Dishes piled in the sink. The boyfriend's clothes scattered across my bedroom floor. I turned to both of them. "You have 1 hour to get your things and leave." Dana started screaming. "This is insane. I'll call the police." My lawyer smiled. "Please do. We'll explain how you illegally excluded the property owner from his own home. I'm sure they'll be very interested." The boyfriend grabbed Dana's arm. "Let's just go. This isn't worth it." She shook him off. "This is my home. We built a life here." I looked at her. "Number one, I built a life here. You just lived in it." They left 45 minutes later. Dana was crying. The boyfriend wouldn't look at me. I watched them load his truck and drive away. That night, Dana called me constantly. I answered once. She was hysterical. "Where am I supposed to go?" "Not my problem. I gave you everything. You gave me nothing. I paid every bill. You worked 10 hours a week and spent the rest shopping and apparently finding someone better." She screamed that I was evil, that I planned this, that I trapped her. I hung up. The divorce took 4 months. She fought hard, but there wasn't much to fight over. The house was mine. My accounts were mine. She got her car and half the joint account, about $2,000. Her boyfriend left her 3 weeks later. Turns out he thought she had money. When he found out she had nothing, he disappeared. She texted me once after the divorce, said she made the biggest mistake of her life, said she didn't realize what she had until it was gone. I read it and deleted it without responding. She found someone better. I hope he was worth it.